Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. So today's reading is going to be a really cutesy kind of reading. We're going to be getting into how would your person of interest describe you. This person could be anybody. It could be someone you know, a lover, an ex-lover, whoever you are interested in hearing about. You see, wink, wink, person of interest is how they're going to be coming through in the reading, okay? So, or how you're going to be coming through in the reading based on who you choose. So, if you chose group one, we're going to be getting into your person of interest and how they would describe you, okay? So first, I want to start off with, I'm going to pull tarot first. I'll start with tarot, and I want to pull a card from the literary oracle to see what character you guys get. So what character they associate you with? There's a few doozies in there, so hopefully nothing too crazy comes out. There's some villains, there's some monsters, there's a lot of stuff in there, okay? So hopefully it stays good. Okay. Maybe you're a perfectionist. This person considers you very careful, clinical. You want to make sure everything's in the right place, okay? Maybe you're very clean, OCD. Could definitely be a vibe coming through. Here it takes lots of showers. You are someone who's very clean. You can smell good, look good, feel good, okay? Maybe your physical appearance is something that's important to you. Or just the fact you care about how you look and how you present yourself comes through how you come off to this person, right? So you're someone who always looks good and always smells good, and they kind of attribute that to you being someone who's very clean. Or if they know you personally or live with you, then they know, oh, this girl's always taking showers. She's always making sure her hair is perfect. She takes a long time to, put herself together, or it took her a long time to find the perfect routine for her. This person could have known you for a long time, and they've seen this progress or seen this process grow over the years or months or however long you've been primping and propping yourself, okay? These are all just channel messages so far. It always amazes me how messages just come through without me having to even, take any cards. But yeah, that's coming through. So yeah, this person could have known you for a long time. They like the way you present yourself and how you take care of yourself. I'm hearing skincare routine can be a thing, lots of showers, you're clean, your bodily smells and all that kind of stuff is important to you. That's the kind of vibe coming through. Yeah. You have strength, okay? So you're someone who has a strong character, or you're just someone who's physically strong for this person. Emotionally strong as well. You have Leo energy coming through. So you're definitely someone who kind of makes them soft. This person becomes like a big ooey gooey teddy bear when they're with you. They come like melting. You make them melt. You got the soft lips and some pearly whites, melting like a candle when you smile. I think that's what she says in the song. Melting by Kali Uchis is coming through. So this person just melts whenever you touch them, You have that kind of effect on them. They kind of feel like a dog who just wants to be petted, excited. Whenever you're around them, this person's adorable. They have like very warm, affectionate feelings towards you. For some of you, it could be romantic, or for others of you, it could just be familial, playful, platonic. We have King of Cups. How they describe you. Someone who's very intuitive. Someone who knows what they want. You can kind of be someone who keeps their calm or keeps their cool when everything around you seems to be a little bit uncertain, right? Because we have this King of Cups on his little throne in the middle of the sea. And here we have a ship passing the night. Here we have a fish leaping out the water. But even so, he's still straight ahead, focused. Okay, I'm hearing Stone Cold Steve Austin. So that could definitely be how this person would describe you. But emotionally strong is the thing. You have gone through a lot. Could be something if they know about you personally. Okay, this is not someone who just sees you from afar, but you seem like someone who's very competent at the very least. You can be physically strong. Like I said, strong moral sense of character is a big thing coming through as well. But your intuition is also quite strong too. But you can definitely be someone who's a little bit of an island unto yourself. You kind of keep yourself away from everyone else, because I'm seeing that this King of Cups purposely placed himself in front of this ocean so no one can bother. You see how far away the ship is staying from this person. So I'm not getting that you're volatile, but I'm definitely getting that you can definitely be the strong and silent type where you don't really say much, or you keep a lot of your emotions to yourself. Even when things are kind of, like I said, up in arms around you or in disarray or uncertain, you're like this island in the storm. right? And islands fare pretty well in the storms. Things on the island, maybe not, but you're representing the island, okay? An island can't get up and move in the middle of the ocean because it's kind of like planted there. So no matter what's going on around you, if it's storming, if it's raging, if it's snowing, if people are fighting, like I said, because the turbulent seas, he's still on this pillar and he's unmoved, unshaken. So yeah, so this could have been things you've gone through in your life, but the fish here is definitely showing me that you're someone who is very intuitive. And that could definitely mean you need time away from people because you can pick up on their emotions easily. And that's something that it's not always the easiest thing as someone who feels like everyone's emotions. I'm like, oh, it's so tiring. I need like long and lots of moments to myself. Just by myself in the peace and quiet. You could also be someone who likes peace and quiet. We have 10 of Wands and we have the Devil. Interesting. So you carry a lot on your shoulders. I'm not sure if you want to. Okay, this Devil card is not that bad. Hopefully you two think the same as well. So we have a 10 of Wands, so someone who's very strong. You can carry a lot of weight or responsibilities, which is why you may need your alone time sometimes. Moments are just like me, myself, and I don't want to talk. I don't want to be bothered kind of energy. Or you could just sometimes get really quiet during conversations or when you're around people. But here we have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. You could definitely be someone who likes to control everything around you. I apologize if you hear the freaking heater in the background. There's nowhere I can escape to in this office where the heater ain't on, okay? And I am still procrastinating when it comes to getting those speakers or whatever mics. I don't know which one to go with. Anyway, yeah, we have the Devil coming through here. So if you have a hold on them, they would describe that to you as well. Or they would describe you as someone who has like a hold on them. It could be a good hold, a bad hold, but they can't seem to like shake you kind of energy. You know, they're always thinking about you. There could be like a fascination or an obsession with you. This is not someone you know personally. And it's just someone who you're asking, oh, what's my crush think or my teacher or whatever. There's like an obsession with everything that you do. They pay close attention. So just know that when this person comes, when it comes to you, they're paying close attention. We have Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who's trying to deny their feelings for you. It could be someone who you were friends with or just like platonic with this person, and they've developed feelings, okay? This could be someone you've known for a while. They have feelings for you, but they're denying them with the Ace of Cups in reverse, right? They're kind of like, no, don't fall for this person, but it might be a little too late, y'all. Here we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, someone who's trying to stop themselves from like recklessly going forward and maybe messing things up, especially if this is a friend. You may want there to be more, but this person's very hesitant to do that because if they were to lose you entirely, like I said, they're very attached to you. So if they were to lose you entirely, it may not fare very well. And you know what's funny? You coming through as the King of Cups makes a little bit more sense now if this is someone who's secretly in love with you, because you're coming through as someone's like an impenetrable fortress. Like you don't show emotion or they don't know if you like them, because the King of Cups is completely and fully always in control, you know, hard to read, right? Scorpio energy, which makes a lot of sense. Very secretive. And they only allow certain people in. So if this person was allowed in on like a friend basis, they don't know if you like them as more yet. You know, especially if this is someone who you're asking about as a crush. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So you guys could both be the same way, very like mistrustful. It's not even mistrustful. I keep hearing mistrustful, skeptical, please. You're someone who is wary of letting down your emotions, letting your guard down with people. Because, yeah, you're fast and quick to walk away with the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And then we have the King of Wands here. This guy looks like he has long hair. You could be someone who has long hair. You're a good dresser, okay? And I'm hearing you can be a good kisser as well if this is someone you are intimate with in that kind of way. Because when I said you're a good dresser, I heard Josh in my head, the ultimate sign of a good kisser, just mocking Drake in that kind of way. So that could definitely be something coming through. Okay, you're someone who could mock them. It could be something that's coming through as well. Okay, let's move these cards up so we can see everything. Okay, let's see what else is coming through for you guys. Yeah, Six of Wands. Ooh, you get a lot of attention, and maybe it doesn't faze you. That could be a thing coming through as well. People flock to you, but it doesn't really faze you. You're still someone who's like really down to earth. Maybe you are someone who gets like pretty privileged, I'm hearing, special treatment. Maybe some of you are like internet famous or community famous or school famous. If you're like the popular girl or guy in school, this person's like, you can get anything and have anyone you want, but you're kind of still single, you know? It's kind of like giving lone wolf kind of vibes. You're giving me that. This person would describe as a lone wolf, like I don't need anybody, right? Okay, here we have the Ace of Swords. Ooh. You could be the person they reach out to when life is going, you know, down the shitsure, whatever. And then we have Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So there's something about you working hard to overcome the demons in your life. So there is like at least some kind of, I mean, we've all gone through things. So it's kind of like I can't say, oh, you've gone through things. Everyone goes through things. But there's specific things this person has seen you go through and overcome and work your way through, which is why they're so fascinated with you. Like I'm not even hearing obsessed or fascinated. So this could be someone who's watching you from afar. This is not someone you're watching for as they're already in your life as a fixture, you know? This is someone who's watching you from afar. They have feelings for you, kind of make them mushy and gushy. It's giving crush energy, especially because we only have the Ace of Cups and a Page of Wands. It's not something that's gone too deep, right? It's still like surface level crush behavior from this person or fascination. Okay, this person could like your laugh. We have Four of Swords and we have Ace of Cups. Yeah, they're sleeping on their feelings for you. It's kind of like, yeah, I like this person, but am I going to say that to them? Am I going to tell them? Am I going to make it known? No, they're still in like deep contemplation about if they're going to do that. So that could definitely be an energy coming through here for some of you. This person's like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to say anything. So we're just going to keep it hush. You are someone who's like reserved. I keep getting that energy, especially with the Four of Swords here and the Page of Wands. In reverse, Six of Wands, you have moments of being life of the party, right? And that is that fully in control. Yeah. I'm hearing which song coming through again. I'm a woman in total control of herself by Devin Cole. She's like, I don't want to be anybody else. I'm a woman in total control of herself. So that's the energy coming through here. If you want to be more reserved and shy and quiet and intense, because King of Cups is intense, you'll do that. You have a Devil energy coming through here as well. So you are someone who's very intense, and a lot of people can be obsessed with you at any given time, especially if you are someone who is quite attractive, who does take care of themselves. You dress quite well, and you are coming through as this enigma that people can't touch no matter how hard they try. They're going to want to try, you know? Or they're going to be like, I understand why everyone is obsessed with you, right? It's kind of a little bit of like a Regina George energy where everyone loves her, but there's still this like distance between her and even her friends and her family and her lovers. But there's just something about her. I can't with her. There's just something about her that is making her like magnetic. You know what I mean? But you're very well spoken. You're very outgoing or outspoken as well. You're well spoken, outspoken. You know how to speak your mind quite well. You know how to say what you want to say. And let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. So this person could consider you as brave, a brave heart, brave soul, is what I'm hearing. This is kind of giving me like art in a, I know this is supposed to be someone resting in a church somewhere. But it's like giving me watercolors or like the, you know, the mosaics they have in the church, the glass mosaics, that kind of thing. You're someone who's like that, but you see how all of this is one color here? You're not just one color. You're multi-faceted, multicolored. I'm hearing multicultural as well. So some of you could come from a bunch of different cultures, right? Biracial, bicultural, multicultural, whatever you want to call it. Some of you could also speak different languages. Could be something coming through as well with the Ace of Swords, because you're someone who reads a lot. You're very well versed. You would be also someone who would learn different languages and read all the books, and you know, self-taught could be a thing coming through as well. You're self-taught in many aspects, but yeah. You could be someone who's all about your money. This devil energy is not really giving me someone who's toxic though. Maybe you're obsessed with work. Honestly, with the Eight of Pentacles, I'm clarifying it. I'm like, what are you obsessed with? I'm not really getting like you have vices or anything. You can be obsessed with work and you overwork yourself. You know? That's the energy coming through. I'm trying to make sure they all appear straight in the reading and it's not turning out the way I wanted to. Okay, anyway. That's you. You want to make sure everything looks good, but everything can't always look good all the time. Maybe optics are like a important thing for you, and that would make a lot of sense if you are someone who is on social media, because optics is important on social media for some people. It depends what kind of creator, influencer, whatever you are. It depends. Optics are important. Let's get some cards from here. You could be so, because Strength and the Ten of Wands is signifying you're someone who's very strong physically. You carry a lot on your shoulders as well. So you could be someone, if you have a business, for example, you do everything for the business, right? Or if you have a family, you do everything for your family, or that kind of energy, you know? That's definitely coming through. Okay, please Spirit, what's coming through for my group ones? How will their person of interest describe them? Because you're not messing up my spread, helpful. Okay, here we have obsession. Look at this. They would describe you as their obsession, or there's something you're obsessed with. Here we have Captain Ahab. Let's get one more card. And we have 30 here. Some of you could be 30. Do you know you have 30? 30, 30. You're very intimidated. You could be in New York kind of person. We're going to say what you need to say. You're not going to stop. Yeah, that was coming through. Very outspoken. And she will insult you in a second. She's also funny. She's very unique as well. And here we have the ally, Dr. Watson. Oh, is this Watson and Sherlock Holmes? Is this the sidekick kind of energy? I don't know much about Sherlock Holmes or anything revolving around him, but I know Watson sounds familiar. Let's get into the book and see what we can read about for Captain Ahab. This would be 30. 30. We have anger, relentlessness, and resolution. Okay, look at you. You're coming through with someone who is relentless. Many great personages has been undone by obsession, from ancient heroes and thinkers on down to the present-day heroes and villains. To be simply aware of your obsession sometimes isn't enough, since it can grow from wholesome impulses like love and loyalty. Our job is to look at our obsession with honest eyes. So we have Herman Melville. Oh, this is from Moby Dick. Interesting. So Captain Ahab's obsessive pursuit of the white whale becomes an all-consuming force, driving him beyond reason into the depths of madness. His quest is for the physical and spiritual battle, a confrontation with the unknown that mirrors the darker sides of human ambition. Ahab's relentless chase reflects the dangers of being consumed by a single desire where the soul risks losing itself. So this is either coming through as this person being obsessed with you, or you being obsessed with a specific outcome. And like I said, we have OCD coming through. We have things like that where you're obsessed about how you look, how people are observing you or perceiving you or whatever. You know, sometimes so much that you can become like an island unto yourself and kind of retreat into your shell. It could be a thing coming through as well, right? This is like a creative pursuit as well, something that you're very passionate about. This could be like a job or a career, and that's what that's what was coming through. Obviously, we already got the answer to that. Yeah, I'm backtracking. I'm like, what is it that you're obsessed with? Working, mastering your craft, becoming the best, you know, making a name for yourself is what I'm hearing as well. Like, you want to be the best to ever do it. And that can sometimes lead them down a path to madness where you spend days, weeks, and months at a time on this island by yourself, not talking to anyone. And when you don't have human interaction, that can lead to insanity a little bit, because it's kind of like the only person validating yourself or the only person you have to talk to or interact with is you. And that's not always the best thing, okay? Isolation isn't the best thing for humans in general, okay? So if you kind of go out on bouts of like research or out of bounds, or they can't contact you, or on vacations or on trips, you know, it's kind of giving me someone who is like digging up ancient burial grounds, and you're kind of like off site, off location, off something, off grid is the word. Thank you, Spirit. You're off grid for like months at a time. This person's like, where are you? And the next time you guys catch up, oh, I was just, you know, looking for this ancient relic or whatever. And they're kind of like, are you okay? Like, you spent 5 months not talking to anyone. I haven't heard from you. Yeah, I'm good. And they're kind of like, okay, you're someone who hasn't gone insane yet. They're surprised is the kind of vibe coming through here for this person. Now let's get into Watson. He is loyal. He's a companionship, and we have trust. So you're a loyal confidant to this person. That's how they view you. Like I said, this could just be a friend, but you say he's just a friend. Look at that. But you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. but you say you're just a friend, that kind of energy. This person, like, I have what you need, but you keep saying I'm just your friend. Like, stop playing in my face and come over here and get this love, this good. Anyway, let's stop. The ally walks by your side, a constant companion in times of both trial and triumph. The card suggests that help is near, though it may come from unexpected places. Look to your closest bond, so you have a close bond with this person. For strength, and remember, you need not walk this path alone. Exactly. This person's like, I'm here for you, or you're always there for them when they're going through stuff. Either way, either or. Lean on your friends and allies, friends coming through again, or be the steadfast support for someone else. You are not alone in this journey. Surrender yourself with those you trust and allow them to support you. Likewise, offer your unwavering loyalty to those who need it. So Dr. Watson is from Sherlock Holmes. Look at me, I know stuff. As Sherlock Holmes' trusted companion, Dr. John Watson assists in solving numerous complex cases. While he does not possess Holmes' brilliance, Watson's loyalty, courage, and keen observations make him an indispensable ally. You remind me of Edgar Allan Poe's Dupin. I had no idea that such individuals did exist out of stories. Okay. Those giving sidekick energy. This person could see you as a sidekick. If you're watching for someone, you're like, look at the little birdie outside. He's so cute. He's so small. This person, yeah, that's kind of tying into what I was going to say next. Anyway, I got distracted by the cute bird. If this is a friend you're watching for that you want to be more than a friend, I do believe they're having a hard time, like, putting you in a lover standpoint because they've seen you go through so much stuff. I know that in most cases that makes you closer, it makes the relationship easier, but in this person's case, they do have feelings for you, but they're scared of, like, destroying the friendship, essentially, right? This person can see you as someone who's cute, a little sister, a little brother, a friend vibe, you know, but they may be seeing you as more now, you know, but then you were always their sidekick, the friend that was always there for them, that needed help, that would carry them through hard times. And that was kind of like, oh, I'm seeing you as more than that. And they're, like I said, they're trying to reconcile those two emotions in them, the friend that they've always known and loved as a friend, and then the person they're starting to see as maybe a little bit more than a friend. This is kind of juicy, actually. And they're kind of like surprised with maybe your obsession for them or their obsession for you or the mutual obsession, because this is supposed to be how they view you and how they would describe you. And we have obsession and the devil. So they see you as someone who gets obsessed with particular things at certain times, you know? So you get obsessed with a boy band or a group or music or a food, you know what I mean? So you're definitely someone who has like tendencies where you kind of may get obsessed with a certain food for like 5 months straight and that's all that you eat. It was kind of reminding me of, I'm trying to remember who I was watching. It was it a reader or just someone randomly on, I think it was someone who was random on TikTok or something, and she was like, how my recent obsession is like this kind of bread where you mash it up and put this and this on it, and she's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna keep eating it. It was Stassi from Moonlight and Sage. She was doing a live and she was telling people how for breakfast she had this kind of bread with this kind of thing on it, and she was like, she's been eating it for a week straight. Is that bad? And then the friend that was in the room with her was like, oh no, it's not bad. She's like, I think it's bad. And she's kind of like, well, it's gonna go away soon because this usually happens to me and it lasts for like a week or a month, and then I move on to another food that I'm obsessed with for the moment. That's kind of energy coming through. Like you find those things that you get obsessed with, and then you disappear for months, and you come back and you're kind of like, are you good? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine. I was just, on a little binge, a bender. Maybe some of you could like have addictions, It could be shopping, it could be food, it could be exercise, it could be knowledge, wisdom, growth, spirituality, you know what I mean, traveling. You kind of just up and leave for moments at the periods of time. They're kind of like, where did you go? Okay, so that's how this person would describe you. Let's get some cards from this deck here. I was going to also get into what they like most about you. We still have time for that. We're only 23 minutes in. 24. Okay, who's for how this person, how this person describe them. We have fatherly love. Okay, controlling and dogmatism. This person could be controlling of you. They can consider you like a little pet project is what's coming through. This is interesting. There can be a significant age gap here, which is so interesting. A Capulet. Fatherly love is insanity. Some of you could be watching for your father, which is why I'm like, I'm not getting like obsessed. They're just like wanting to watch your every freaking move. It's not giving like I'm obsessed and in love with you. For some of you, it could be that way, but we have fatherly love coming through. Quite interesting. how does the person describe them? Maybe you are obsessed with loving people and taking care of people. Could be a thing coming through as well. You're obsessed with taking care of and helping others. And they're kind of like a girl or boy. Stop being so controlling of people's lives and what they can and can't do. Okay, please for how their person described them. We have distilling liquor, strategy, expertise, and a double-edged sword. So you are someone who has like a bit of a mouth on you. I do believe you tell it like it is. You don't hold anything back, whether it hurts feelings or make people feel sad or whatever. You're telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Distilling liquor, funny how I was talking about obsessions coming through, and we have liquor coming through. So you could definitely be someone who's obsessed with drinking. Could be a vibe as well. That could be where the addiction or the obsession is coming through. Here we have misunderstanding, misinterpretation, misinformation, ineffective communication. I don't see this, but this could definitely be an energy here. They may have a hard time communicating with you, right? Or maybe there was a misunderstanding of the connection as well. And they're seeing you as someone they had a misunderstanding with, right? There was misinterpretation of what was going on between you guys of the information. There was a misinformation, you know, what they said and what they did, or what you said and what you did was ineffective, you know, at the end of the day. Like the communication wasn't the best between you guys. Maybe because you guys are kind of opposites. Maybe you're outspoken and you say how you feel, and this person's kind of like not, right? We have a kiss, so maybe there is some romantic, and then we have poison. Oh, this could be a relationship gone bad for some of you. Here we have the sublimation of love, eternal loyalty, and noble sacrifice. Okay, maybe they sacrificed this connection or your friendship, or they're sacrificing this love they may want with you in order to just stay friends with you. Here we have poison, harmful and destructive. Ooh. Now they're trying to say you're harmful and destructive. Don't piss me off. And then here we have fake death, disguise, concealment, keeping secrets, and hidden truth. There's some secrets here. There's some misinformation here. There's some misinterpretation here. That's so interesting. Maybe this could be like I said, familial. It doesn't have to be about love, right? But it's about how this person views you. If you're watching for like a father figure or something, they think there's a misunderstanding here. There's something here about maybe you're hiding from them, could be a thing, or you hide things from them. There's a hidden truth. This could just be you keeping how you really feel about them a secret. Could be a thing coming through as well. There's so many different messages. I'm trying to read for platonic, and I'm trying to read for love, and I'm trying to read for this, and it's just like, oh my goodness. It's so stressful. That could be how this person feels. It's super stressful. Oh my goodness. But there's something that's being hidden here, whether it's their feelings, which was coming through, or your feelings, right? This is how they view you, how they would describe you. A fake death. Maybe you kind of dropped out of their life, and it kind of seems like a fake death because you're not really dead, but you're not there. There's a hole in their life now that you're not there anymore, but it's because of this misunderstanding. Exactly. Maybe someone kissed someone, and this person didn't want it to go farther, or you didn't want it to go farther. You weren't ready to, you know, maybe a kiss happened, right? And someone pulled away and was like, ew, right? But it wasn't really ill for them. And that's where the misinterpretation started, because someone thought, okay, so you don't like me, F you. And then it led to kind of like you guys not being together anymore. And now there's like a whole world of distance between you guys. You're on this island by yourself, acting like you're okay, not showing any emotion towards them. And this person's like, are you okay? Are you good? But they don't know because you kind of disappeared. That kind of storyline would make a lot of sense as well. Things are kind of on ice. You're not talking to them right now because someone poisoned it. This connection could have just been harmful and destructive, period, right? This is so interesting. Very, very interesting to me. Okay, so yeah, for some of you, it was a kiss that kind of went wrong because they didn't feel the same way as you, or maybe they didn't then. Now they kind of miss you in their life, period, you know? A lot of different messages are coming through. Take what resonates for you. Friends, lovers gone wrong, and we have them going back and forth on whether to maybe reach out and say something to you, or if it's just friends or more. This person is pissing me off. Anyway, what do they like the most about you? Let's see what comes through for that. Okay, please tell me, what does your person like the most about them? Is this Seven of Swords? It is. Oh my goodness. How you're so sneaky. This is interesting. Or this could just be how you move in silence. You know, real G's move in silence, like lasagna. Maybe you're someone who knows how to keep your mouth shut about certain things, you know? or the way you just, like I said, move in silence. This disguise, concealment, keeping secrets, hidden truth. That's 7 of Swords energy. They do see you as someone's like a master of deception. Could be something coming through. Maybe you're a little bit of a trickster, low-key vibes coming through. What do I like most about my group? One, please spirit their person. What does their person like the most about them? How you're a good liar? Oh my. You have death. Oh my. What? These are very intense energies. Was there a falling out here? Or something? Do you still talk to this person? Is this someone from your past you had a falling out with? Oh my gosh. There is a death here. We have, wow, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. The way these cards just kind of like, I wish you could have seen that. We have 10 of Pentacles. This could be someone who could have like been building a family with. This is also giving me someone you just known for a long time. This could be someone who's a family, because the 10 of Pentacles is like family card as well. So this is a family member who you had like a disagreement with, and they kind of like are not in your life anymore. It could be something coming through for some of you. Others of you, this is a lover who you're with for a long ass time, right? And there was an ending, and their favorite thing about you is the fact that you made them feel safe, like they were at home. That's my confirmation, even though it was annoying as heck. Okay, they saw a future with you and it didn't happen because there was an end here. They like the way you cut them off. It's the kind of energy. That's a weird thing to say you like about someone. They like most about that you put yourself first and then put up with their BS. Here we have 9 of Pentacles. They like the way you are so successful and the way, the energy you put into your work. Maybe they like that you made a lot of money for yourself, or you made a name for yourself in general, with the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles coming through here. They like that you've made a name for yourself, that you are comfortable and happy, at least, you know? How you keep your life private could definitely be 7 of Swords. How you keep everything private. If you are with this person, they could like how you keep your relationship private. Okay. Here we have the Empress. Okay, they still see you in a highlight no matter where you are, what you're doing. This person sees you as very creative, very fruitful, very abundant, very fertile. You could have a lot of kids with this person. That's their favorite thing about you. The mother you are to their kids, how you really just sit pretty and allow things to come to you. This could be something you've learned to do, is what I just heard. So you weren't always this Empress, but now you are stepping into that Empress energy with them. And we have 2 of Cups. Wow. Is this a lover or not, Spirit? Like, who y'all watching for? And then we have the Chariot card, and we have the 2 of Cups. So there is an energy of love and moving towards you. So whoever this person is, they maybe want to make a move now that they've realized their feelings for you. Maybe because you become this Empress now. So interesting. Oh, this is so interesting. Oh my goodness. What do they like most about you? How kind you are. How feminine you are. How in your soft girl era that you are, with the 9 of Pentacles and the Empress coming through here. What kind of mother that you are could be a thing as well. If you could be like an ex-mother, not an ex-mother to their kids. Because you can't say someone isn't the mother of your kids because you broke up. You could be the mother or the father to their kids. They like the way you take care of them children, okay? If you are someone who has kids. If you aren't, or you are, but you're with this person, or like your husband or something, they kind of like the way you hold down the fort. You know, you make the house a home. You know, you could be a good decorator. You make it look nice and things like that. You know, you're cooking the dinner, right? I'm kind of hearing you're also like a little bit of a free spirit. This 9 of Pentacles is giving me a free spirit. It's also kind of giving me princess vibes, you know, Snow White to be particular, because the way she has the bird on her hand, it's kind of giving me how Snow White would like sing with the birds. So you can have a really good singing voice as well. The 2 of Cups, they like most about you. They love that how you love them. If this is a lover, they love the soulmate bond that you have. If this is not a lover, okay. But I'm getting this is love. For most of you, you're watching for a lover, right? This could be someone, like I said, who is not currently in union with you right now, but they still love how you made them feel. You made them feel love, period. Whether it's romantic love or platonic love, you were always there for them to help take care of them in their darkest moments and their deepest despair. Will you still care? Will you be there? That song is coming through by Michael Jackson. Will you be there? So this person's like wondering if they were to ever come back, or yeah, for those of you who are in contact or in this person's life, or they're not in your life, however that may resonate for you, it's giving if I were to hit them up and come back in, would they still be there for me? would we still feel the soulmate vibe? Soulmates are more than just love or romantic love. Soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. And that's kind of what the Greeks are get into. Yeah, because we have Eros, then we have all the other oses. I can't remember all of them right now, but it's kind of giving me how like one is familial love, one is like friendship love, one is romantic love, right? And then one is just like love as a concept or whatever I think it is. But I can't remember the name. You know what? That's making me think of my deck that I haven't used in forever. The Archetypes deck by Kim Petrick, I think her name is. I haven't used that deck in a minute, but it has all those in it, you know? One is like, you know, like I said, just platonic love, friend, family love. Then one is like Eros, you know, then one's just like love, like I said, just in general, right? That's a collective love maybe, you know, or a higher level kind of love. I can't remember right now, but it's kind of giving me that this person has maybe been through all those phases with you and that love is still there, whether it's as a family member, as a mentor, as a father figure, mother figure. However, if this is a father figure who's watching from a distance, they love the woman you've become is the kind of energy coming through. They love the mother that you are. They love the family you built, the career you built, the life you've built. And it all happened because you kind of left them, and they like how you keep your life private. Yeah. They like the love you've brought into your life, the partner you're with. They love how you're always going after your goals. Why do they have these freaking cats down here with titties? Oh my gosh. The Chariot energy is hilarious. These Sphinxes never have yiddies. Why do they have yiddies in this deck? Child, don't piss me off. Okay, let's get some cards from this deck. Hopefully it kind of clarifies this energy that's coming through. Can you get some closing messages for their person of interest, from their person of interest maybe? Here we have collaboration. Collaboration with colleagues or business partners is going smoothly. Mutual respect and teamwork are producing excellent results. So there could be a collaboration that's going on in your life right now that they're watching from afar. They could be the collaborator, right? But they like how things are going well for you in terms of business. And colleagues, especially if they're your colleague and you guys work together. That's confirmation for someone. Here we have leadership. It says you are stepping into a leadership role, inspiring others and guiding your team towards success, confidence, and clarity. They like your leadership qualities, how you collab with people. I'm hearing you make people feel comfortable and safe. Anything else, please? Can we further clarify how they may know this person? I mean, you know who this is if you're watching for the person, so no. Anything else we need to know when it comes to this connection. I'm like, how do you know this person? I'm the only one in the dark because you know who you're watching for. Yeah, anything else that needs to come through, please, Spirit? That will help me or group one. We have coexistence. You have balance, independence, and connection in your relationship with mutual respect and support, fostering growth together. So they love the life that you built together. Could definitely be a thing as well. They love how you coexist together. They could like how you lead, depending on who's the leader and who's like the follower in this connection, or just if you have a business or people you lead, whatever. If you work together, for example, and you're the one who has more money or more success than them, they like that. They are proud of you for that. If this is a partner or a parent or a strange family member or a strange friend, they like how you collaborate, how you lead, how you guys coexist together. Interesting. Anything else coming through? You are someone who knows how to fall in love but also keep your autonomy. And we have romance. So this is a romantic connection for some of you. It says romantic energy is flowing, bringing sweetness and tenderness to your relationship. New sparks are flying. Okay, so like I said, for some of you, this is like a new spark that's going to be ignited in this connection, especially for those of you who are in separation. This person kind of wants a redo or something. They want a resurgence of this love that they only experience with you kind of energy. The coexistence that you guys had together is what's really bringing them back. How they were able to be themselves and you were able to be you and you guys made it work. We have emotional healing. So we do have some unresolved emotional trauma influencing your relationships. Past pain has yet to fully heal. So yeah, there is some emotional healing that needs to be done in this connection. For those of you where this is not someone you are happily in blissful marriage with, boot up at all. And at the bottom, we have teamwork. So teamwork and collaboration, very interesting. Collaboration and teamwork are key to achieving your goals. You work well with others, respecting and supporting each other. So you are seen as someone who gets along well with others. That Six of Wands is also a very leader energy as well. That's coming through like right here. That is an energy that was coming through for you guys earlier. People follow behind you or flock to you. It's the energy coming through. But I'm going to leave your reading right here before I keep chatting. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever want to book a personal reading, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. Please hype the video if you can, okay? And if you want to join membership, you can find the link for the memberships right in the description box where the timestamps are. I don't know, I'm frazzled because my phone was like, I don't have any more storage. That could definitely be something coming through in this connection. There's not enough time to see each other, busy schedules, things like that. Time and, you know, energy spent with each other is not as it wasn't up to par kind of energy. Anyway, memberships and in the description box right above the timestamps. But as always, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group twos. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. So today's reading is going to be a cute little reading about how does your person of interest describe you, or how would they? It's basically like a how do they view you, but more so like what will they say about you to other people, you know? So let's get right into it. Obviously, it's your person of interest, so it's anyone who's on your mind, whoever you want to watch the reading for. Hopefully, you chose the pile that was were drawn to when you thought of them, kind of energy. So let's get into it. We're going to pull some tarot and then get a card from the literary oracle to see how this person views you. Already we have the Hierophant and we have the King of Wands. So you have like a very strong presence. A lot of respect I'm hearing is bestowed upon you. People could say a lot of good things about you. People love to coming to you and watching you and seeing you. You could be a bit of a performer. Or you have no problem with a lot of eyes or attention on you. The Hierophant is the priest, right? Gives me like pastor vibes, speaks in front of the congregation every Sunday. So likes being the center of attention, or is at least comfortable being the center of attention for like a good few hours. Then we have the King of Wands, who thrives upon attention. So you're definitely seen as someone who likes the attention or seeks attention or something like that. You like people speaking positively about you. That could be something that's important, public opinion. You have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck again. So you're someone who is a Taurus energy, okay? So you could definitely be someone who loves the finer things in life. You work hard for your money. You work hard for money, okay? So you better treat her right, exactly. So you're definitely someone who demands respect or commands respect. Either way, both of those are the same energy. So it's giving HBIC, it's giving BDE kind of energy for men or women, or masculine, feminine, depending on which one you resonate with. Head be in charge or big blick energy, right? Okay, so let's get into it. You're not someone to be messed with though. You could be also someone who's very stubborn. For the King of Wands, we had I'm not even sure. You can be someone who overthinks. The King of Wands, he isn't Leo. So maybe he's like Sag energy. Someone who's very like changeable, not even changeable. Because I'm thinking about how I associated King of Wands with Sag a few days ago, because on the card we have a salamander or a chameleon, whichever one you want to call it. And when I think of a chameleon, I think of someone who's easily changeable, malleable, mutable, right? And then I'm like, okay, that's Sag energy for the fire signs. So that is how I came to that conclusion. So you could definitely be someone who is very malleable, right, or mutable, as the modality says. So someone who changes a lot. You could be someone who's like a little bit moody, or you change based on the environment you're in. It could also be a vibe coming through here. But anyway, you do care what people think is a vibe coming through. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just like it's stating the obvious. Is what I just heard. What you do about the finer things in life. You could always smell good. You eat good. You love food. You could be a foodie. It's something that's coming through. Here we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius. That's my confirmation. Temperance is Sag energy. You could be someone who has a hard time regulating your emotions, or you have a hard time, I'm not really careful that message that's coming through. Making decisions could be a thing. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you take a long time to do things. It's like you take a long time to get ready, something like that. Because Temperance coming out in reverse is kind of like someone who has a hard time making changes or with new things. And it's funny because you're coming through as mutable, but Taurus, that was the first energy coming through for you with the Hierophant, is someone that's very stubborn and they're a fixed sign. But basically what I meant by mutable, King of Wands, is you are who you have to be liked, is kind of energy coming through. You know what I mean? You put on different personalities depending on where you are. So it's kind of like a chameleon, okay? There you go. That's what I meant by mutable. You could very well be someone who's very stubborn, doesn't really like change or do well with change. You have Page of Pentacles. You always have a new business idea. It's the energy that's coming through. I'm here and I have an idea. And I'm also hearing, Ferb, I know what we're going to do today. So you could have like these big schemes. You like to have like big plans. You can be someone who's always planning a new trip. The Sag energy coming through. Someone who's always planning in the group chat the next restaurant you're going to go to. But you take your time making decisions, because Temperance in reverse, as well as the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, all of these are very like, you know, slow, steady, genial, friendly kinds of energies. We have Four of Pentacles. Is this coming through as you're frugal or not? The Four of Pentacles upright would be frugal, so maybe like blow through your money is something that's coming through. Please, Spirit, can you further clarify how this person would describe them, how their person of interest would describe them? We have a Knight of Swords. Okay, interesting. Are you someone who's indecisive or impulsive? Jesus, come on now. That could be something they wonder all the time, because I'm trying to figure out what's going. Let me hush and then until all the cards come out. You could be someone who's quite chatty, is what I just heard. But Knight of Swords is kind of like impulsive actions. But then the Seven of Pentacles is like a long, it's like a heavy, not a heavy energy. Oh, I can't talk. It's a slow moving energy. You're waiting for things to come. So you're always waiting and you're always moving. What's the difference? Maybe you have ADHD, you can't sit down. But when it comes like making decisions or long-term decisions more than that. Okay, hold on. If it's meant to come back out, it'll come back out. I've learned that plenty of times. Here we have the Queen of Cups, okay? So someone who's very soft, very giving, very caring, very nurturing, very intuitive, very artistic. Maybe you have like longevity, maybe you have like determination, maybe whatever you go after, you know you're gonna get. Maybe you could be someone who's all over the place. Maybe this, maybe that, like oh my goodness. Your energy is just kind of all over the place. Give me some time to get into it. You can be a very complex individual. And they're like telling their friends, sometimes she's impulsive and goes after what she wants. Other times she takes forever to make a decision. Which one is it? Yeah, the Queen of Cups is someone who's very emotional. Maybe you're someone who's very emotional. And you have a hard time regulating those emotions. Exactly. See, it's coming through. Who does this person think they're talking about? Don't piss me off. Anyway, let me keep going. Can we continue clarifying? You have Nine of Cups. So yeah, you'll do whatever it takes. Sit there however long it takes. Do whatever needs to be done. Wait for however long when it comes to your dreams and goals and your passions. The things that you want in life, you're going after. And nothing and no one is going to stop you. Okay? See everything? Okay. Let's keep going. Come on, Spirit. Give us the tea. Okay. Maybe you like gossip with the Knight of Swords. He does seem to be that kind of energy. You have a 10 of Cups in reverse. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're not someone who's ready to settle down quite yet. You have the 7 of Wands, and then we have the World. So yeah, there's something here about you just wanting to be in the spotlight. You're not really worried about anything else but that. Fame, notoriety, success, completion, accomplishments. You know, you're someone who likes that kind of stuff. Basking in the spotlight, right? And no matter how long it takes, what you have to do, you're gonna do it. Maybe you're someone who talks a lot. Like I said, I think I said that already. You're someone who, you talk in front of a camera, you talk to people on social media, you just always have words. You always have words of wisdom. You always have something to say. Is the kind of energy coming through. No matter how long it takes to get to your goals and dreams, you're gonna, you know, be on that road for however long it takes, right? That's that stubborn energy coming through. With the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, maybe you're someone who's like an open book, you know, because the 4 of Pentacles, besides it being someone who is like stingy with money, which I'm not getting at all, okay? You're very free and giving is the kind of vibe coming through. The Queen of Cups is willing to give the shirt off her back to someone who is in need. So maybe sometimes you're too accommodating, too caring, and that's something they worry about because the Temperance card is in reverse. Like Temperance is like, you know when to stop and you know when to go and you know when to stop. You're giving, I'm just gonna keep giving all my energy, and I don't know when it's time to stop giving so much of myself or doing too much or caring too much, or I don't know when to walk away. Is now it's making more sense with the Temperance card in reverse. The Temperance card is like, I know when this cup is too full, I know to pour it back into this cup. When this cup is too full, and I keep doing that, so on and so forth. For you, it's kind of like you're gonna keep pouring into this person's cup until your cup is fully empty, and it's kind of like, okay, but what is left for you at the end of the day? So you definitely have a tendency to care too much. You're very sensitive. Things like child and world hunger could bother you. And it's funny because I was wondering why that video was coming through. It wasn't making sense at the time, but now it's kind of making sense. Maybe you would have like crash out moments, but I was like thinking of or seeing a video in my mind, right? And it was a video that I had seen like a few days ago, and it's this girl who's like in her car crying, fully crashing out, because she said she recently discovered that giraffes don't have any shelter during rainstorms. So when it's raining in Africa, wherever these, I don't even know where giraffes reside, honestly. I know some of them be in the Sahara, some of them be in Africa. I'm sure they could be other places, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a geologist or animal anything. But she was fully crying in her car talking about she just thought that giraffes have no shelter during storms. So they have to just stand in the rain whenever it rains. And it's not funny at all, but she was just like crying literal tears. And she like had everyone in the comments, everyone who saw her video up in a tizzy, because now we're upset that the giraffes have no shelter during the storm because they're too tall for trees. So every other animal could burrow, could hide under a tree, could find some shelter, but a giraffe has no like protection from fully downpour, rain. And she was crying. She was like, who do we call? And I am just dying because she is so funny, but it's also real. That's real. Like, who do giraffes have to, you know, help them? And then she had the nerve, the audacity to put a video on her video of the giraffe just like standing there having to bear the rain. And the rain is coming down so hard and they're kind of shaking because, you know, it could be off kiltering, you know, it could be off-putting, it could be destabilizing. And I'm just like, girl, like, please, I don't need to hear this. I don't need to hear this. And she's literally just like crying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, why are you giving me one more thing to worry about? I have enough on my plate. And that's the kind of person I'm getting. You're the one who's crying at baby commercials. You're crying when people are being mistreated. You're crying at this. You're crying at that. You're just a sensitive person, you know? And this person's like, she's just so sensitive sometimes. She has a hard time regulating her emotions, like I said earlier. Oh, you're so sweet. You're a sensitive soul. I have Pumbaa coming through. You're a sensitive soul, though you may sometimes seem thick-skinned. I'm not really getting anything here about thick skin, though, but that was coming through. You're a sensitive soul. Ugh. Something about Africa could be important because Timon and Pumbaa were on the region of Africa in that movie. That's where Lion King is placed, okay? Takes place, I should say. Okay, so you're very ambitious. You have no problem going the long way to get to your goals. You're not skimping or cutting corners. You're doing everything on the up and up, right? So you're not someone who's going to disillusion people or try to connive them or con them, because we're coming back to this Queen of Cups energy. Is someone who's very trustworthy and loving and giving, okay, of your time and of your energy. Because usually with the King of Cups, we have someone who is fully in the sea, detached from everything around him, not letting any of his emotions show. Here we have her sitting so close to the sea that it seems like she and the sea are one, because the water we have flowing into the sea is also the dress, part of the dress she's wearing. So you're very in tune with your emotions, the world around you, people around you. You're just crying all the time. And this person is like, bro, I can't get her to stop crying. She cares too much. And it's also reminding me of that monkey that's also been going around TikTok, and how everyone's like having a hard time with him because his mom died and not all the other monkeys are bullying him. And I'm like, well, keep playing. I'm gonna write that down for Punsy or whatever the monkey is. And I'm just like, I'm gonna write that down for him. Stop bullying that dang monkey. He's so little. And it's just like, that's the kind of person you are. You just feel everything very deeply. Okay, so moving on. Page of Pentacles, you're someone who has endless ideas. It's kind of like I said earlier, I have an idea when it comes to like making money or schemes, get rich quick schemes, or another side hustle or another business or whatever the case may be for you. You always have an idea for how you can make more money. Is the energy coming through here with the Page of Pentacles, because he's literally holding the pentacle like, yes, this is it. This is what's going to get us rich. And your person's like, please, just stop. Not another idea, you know? So you're definitely someone who's very creative when it comes to that. You could have lots of businesses, lots of ideas, lots of sources of income. Could be a thing coming through as well. You're always finding more things, okay? I don't know, this Ten of Cups is like kind of throwing me off a little bit, so I want to know why it's here. Especially clarifying the Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're someone who has like a kid from a connection that didn't last. Why is the Ten of Cups in reverse here? I was going to say Ten of Cups, so maybe you're someone who goes out drinking a lot. And I'm hearing that, where everybody knows your name from Cheers. So maybe you have like a neighborhood pub that you go to. Okay, relax. Don't piss me off. It's falling out. Okay, so here we have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Cups. This is an interesting pair. You're scared of connections. Not that interesting, because I was saying you could be like a bit of a commitment flow coming through with the Ten of Cups in reverse. It's kind of like you're too busy focused on your pentacle, your money, your bag, and you're not really focused on falling in love, finding your happily ever after. That's not something you're interested in. And that's a Taurus that was coming through. That is very Taurus of you, Taurian of you, you know? You're like, I'm more so worried about my money. I'm not worried about this family, happy family. Yeah, you may not want kids. You may not want to get married. That's not something you're even thinking of. Even if you've thought about it and spoken about it, it's like, nah, I'm still just worried about me and what can make me more money. You know, like I said, get rich quick schemes. You know, that's the perfect person to come through. I am screaming. Spirit is hilarious. They're showing me Ed from Ed and Eddie. And I forgot about that show, because literally in every episode he would have a new plan for them to get rich in the neighborhood and con them kids. Okay, that is hilarious. Yeah, that's coming through. You're Ed with the 1D. Okay, Ed with 2 D's with a doofy one, and then double D was Eddie, right? But you're Ed from Ed and Eddie. You're funny. This person's like, yo, she's always telling me we can do this and we can do that, and all these ideas to always get rich. Okay, and you're gonna do them. Being an earth sign, Taurus vibes being the first thing coming out, you're gonna get them, and you have like mutual support from people around you. Like, it's kind of giving, what is that thing they do in school? Like, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, you're getting like deals and stuff. I just got like an email from like a brand that I worked with in the past. So that's the kind of energy. But like I said, you have people, a community surrounding you, people who like your vibe, who like what you have to say, who like what you're about, and they're coming to see you every week like a priest at a church or a king of wands with his congregation. Like, they're like, you know, this person is going places. You're a good speaker. You know how to bring people in to what you're talking about or to your way of thinking. Very persuasive energy coming through here. Very gift of gab. Very popular. It's kind of like politician vibes coming through for you guys. That's the best way I can describe it. How they have to kind of be very persuasive when it comes to their ideals, what they're going to offer. They have to kind of not lie, but they lie. I'm not saying you lie. I'm just saying that that's the kind of vibe coming through. You have to speak and be a person of public, and your how you are viewed is important when it comes to politicians. You know, when it comes to someone who makes money online, it's important how you're viewed. You can't be having any scandals and all this kind of stuff. So that's coming through. So public opinion is important to you, okay? Because you could have a job when any little red flag and people are like taking their money away, their investments are going away, kind of energy. Okay, so here we have the 8 of Swords and we have the 2 of Cups. Avoid it when it comes to relationships. You're like blind to it. You're not seeing it. Or maybe you're blind to the fact that they like you. This person is coming through. It's kind of like, okay, you're watching for someone and they're like, this girl, this boy, this person is completely oblivious to the fact that I like them. 8 of Swords is blind. You're blinding yourself. You're playing victim, all that kind of stuff, where you're holding yourself back. And this person's like, I'm doing everything in my ability that I can to make them realize that I like them, and they're just not seeing it. 2 of Cups, 8 of Swords. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse was kind of clarified enough. But I'm like, I don't understand what's coming through. And then it kind of came through. Okay, so yeah. Avoid it emotionally. This person's like, I'm trying to get close to her. Relationship-wise, like you feel and you love everyone. But maybe you're just someone who's clueless when it comes to how people like you. So they have a crush on you. You're kind of like, I don't know. You got to tell me. Speak up. Stand up. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Let's get a card from the Literary Oracle to see what, great book character you get. Or maybe you're someone who's very loving, but you don't see it sometimes. You deserve love, you deserve to be in a connection, but you don't always see it. You're someone who would do great in a love connection with this person or just in general, but you don't see it. Or it's not something you care about as well. This card wants to come out. We have creativity, exactly. And we have Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Okay. And why was I talking about a monkey earlier? The monkey everybody's bullying on TikTok. Yeah. Okay. These kind of wanted to come through wilderness, so you're for the streets. Let me stop. Don't mind me. And then here we have Abifuria, the Sage. Not you for the streets. Let me stop. But you're someone who's like wild and free. You don't want anyone to tie you down. And that could be what this Knight of Swords is coming through as. You're someone who doesn't want to be tied down. You're always moving. Or maybe you're someone who can't be tied down right now because you're always traveling. You're always speaking. Your life is so busy. You have no time for love or relationships. You don't want to make time for them, And that's how they're describing you. Like, this girl don't have no time for me. They don't make time for me. If this is someone who you could be romantically linked to, if this is who you're watching for. They're kind of like, she's this king and she's this, yeah, literally we have the Monkey King coming through. We have the King of Wands coming through, the Hierophant coming through. You're someone who's all about your public status and your money, okay? So let's get the book for this deck really quickly. And see what comes through with the Monkey King. I don't really know this story, so I'm interested to learn about this story. Yes, we have creativity, vision, play, and adaptability. Is that what I was saying earlier or no? You know how to adapt to places because you're not like stuck. You're mutable. Exactly. Okay, cool. I'm like, I don't think that came through. So we have creativity is calling you to express yourself in new and imaginative ways. Whether through art, writing, or problem solving, let your creativity flow into the world. Okay, without restraint. Sorry, I'm out here making up stuff. Let your creativity flow without restraint. Now is the time to bring your ideas into the world. Tap into your creative potential and allow inspiration to flow freely. So that's something you're already doing. Don't worry about that. I don't know why I read that. We don't need guidance. We have Sun Wukong. Okay, the Monkey King. An epic adventure journey to the west follows a Buddhist monk sent from feudal China to India to retrieve sacred texts. He has 3 magical companions, including the mischievous Su Wukong, a trickster hero monkey with mystical powers who embodies the human spirits of ingenuity, playfulness, and pride. A team of horses cannot overtake a word that has left the mouth. And that's the Knight of Swords, very outspoken, very outgoing. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. A trickster hero is definitely giving me that politician vibe coming through. But with mystical powers, that Queen of Cups is coming through once again, who embodies the human spirits of ingenuity. You don't really know any that well. You have like a very childlike, open, exuberant, innocent personality. Playful and pride. Okay, the next one we have is wilderness. What is all that noise outside? Don't piss me off. We have feral, instinctive in nature. Interesting. We don't need the guidance, so we're going to get into it. Buck, The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Buck's journey into the wilderness awakens his primal instincts as he embraces the call of the wild. His transformations from domesticated dog to leader of a wolf pack reflects untamed power that lies dormant within. That's kind of what I was saying. You're always looking at things and like maybe twisting things around to work for you, you know? You have that way with people in the world. It says Buck's story is a return to nature where the wild is both a physical and spiritual realm of freedom. And a quote from the book is, "But Buck possessed a quality that made for greatness. Imagination." I'm seeing imagination. Y'all seen that SpongeBob episode? And that's like this person could be the Squidward to your SpongeBob, where that episode, SpongeBob was trying to convince Squidward that it was all you needed was imagination. And that's what they had when they would like get that one box. And all these sounds would be coming from the box. And Squidward just watching from his window like, what are they doing, these two fools? And SpongeBob was like, we're going on adventures and having all these great things to talk about and do. And Squidward is like, it's just a box. And SpongeBob was like, no, it's not. You just have no imagination, right? And Squidward was so upset the whole episode until he learned to find some imagination at the end of the episode. And he kind of understood what they were talking about at the end of the episode. So you could definitely be opening up this person's mind or their world to like, you know, infinite possibilities. You're helping them kind of not tap into their imagination, but do that. You're helping them tap more into their imagination, right? That's funny. But yeah, that episode is coming through. It says the Buck's story is a return to nature where I think I read that already. But Buck possessed a quality that made for greatness, imagination. He fought by instinct, but he could fight by the head as well. So instincts and knowledge is what's coming through here for you guys. That is so cute. I like this person and how they're describing you. He was just a doggy, but once he tapped his unlimited potential, he was able to kind of take control over everything around him. And that's you, the King of Wands. Maybe you're someone who's very instinctive, exactly the instinct coming through in the book. You're very instinctual. You know what people want to know or what they want to hear, or what they want to see. And you just give it to them and that makes them flock to you. Okay, like geese. And here we have 3, which is kind of giving me Empress energy. Things come naturally to you. We have wisdom, mentorship, and enlightenment. So The Count of Monte Cristo is the book by Alexander Dumas. The Abbe Faria plays the role of a wise mentor to Edmond Dantes, imparting knowledge and guiding him toward his ultimate transformation. As they are imprisoned together, he teaches Dantes not just scholarly pursuits, philosophy, languages, science, and mathematics, but also the value of patience, discernment, inner strength, and purpose. This wisdom and knowledge empowers Dantes to plan his escape and eventually pursue his destiny. Redemption. Okay? And the quote is, "Life is a storm, my young friend. You will bask in the sunlight one moment, be shattered on the rocks the next. What makes you is what you do when the storm comes." Okay? I love this. Actually, a lot. So like I said, once you put your mind to something, you're not stopping until you get it. That 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. I think we already established that earlier, but these cards are kind of confirming that to me. You're not only book smart, but you're also street smart. You know what I mean? You're spiritually smart as well. I actually like this. I like you guys a lot, whoever you are out there. Okay, so I want us to get into some cards from here. This is the same card that came through for group 1. Some of you guys can be from group 1. But we have fatherly love, controlling, and dogmatism. Okay, that could be how this person describes you as well. Maybe you're very controlling over what you care about, right? You want everything to be a certain kind of way. And that was coming through briefly for group 1. So, yeah. Okay. Not even just briefly. It came through a lot for group 1, actually. Here we have Prince Aeschylus. Protection, kindness, and undertake. Okay. So your kindness is coming through once again. I thought it was turned over. You have misunderstanding. This is the same card for group 1. Move. There could be a misunderstanding between you and this person. Sorry. Let me put it down. Misinterpretation, misinformation, ineffective, and communication. Ooh, that is a lot of cards, please. Determination coming through again. Courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness and firmness. So maybe you aren't someone who's indecisive, but the 10% reversal is coming through as you more so having a hard time regulating your emotions when you feel very deeply for something or someone. Your emotions can tend to control you sometimes, or people can control you through your emotions, is what I just heard. If you don't stay your behind straight, here we have banishment, severing ties, protecting from further injury. Oh, so you have no problem running. Interesting. We have secret help, keeping secrets anonymous and goodwill. How interesting you guys are. This is what I was saying with the whole knowing how to get help, and you have people backing your cause. And then we have romantic night. Oh, this person could be telling people about a romantic night you had. Romantic entanglements, please. And sexual encounter. Entanglements? Oh, please. I remember that time. What a time to be alive. When Jada and Will was going through their whole drama. And she called her relationship with, what's that man's name? An entanglement. Child, don't piss me off. You guys can be in an entanglement. Okay. I wanted to get some cards for what they like most about you. What this person like most about them. Oh, child, that will always tickle me. Entanglements is insane. Queen of Wands, yeah, you have this star quality to you. A commanding presence. You're good at getting what you want. 4 of Cups. Too good to be true. Not too good to be true. I don't know, what is it? Like, hard to get kind of energy. Uninterested. Too good for you. Too good for people. Is the energy you have. They like that you're selective about who you allow in your energy, who you will date romantically. You have 3 of Wands, your ambition and your imagination. You're also your creative in pursuits and gifts. There you go. I'm like, what are you trying to say here? Your foresight, things that you see and what you want for your life is they love that about you. The ideas you have planned, where you want to go, right? They like listening to you talk about the things that you love. So your passion is also something they really like. But it's your confidence, your leadership, your magnetism, your tenderism. Here you have the 7 of Swords. Some of you are from group 1. Stop playing in my face, okay? I'm not sure if it wants to come at your openness as well. And then we have 9 of Swords. This was showing up in the middle of the deck. So sometimes you do think about stuff too much. You have like information overload. You have idea overload. You have analysis paralysis. When you have too many ideas and you don't know where to start, where to begin, what to do, what not to do, is the kind of energy coming through. But there's also something here about transparency. You guys could have like standoffish, stay away from me, I'm better than you, is what I was trying to say. Too good for you. I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you. This person could think you're too good to people or too good to them as well, depending on the connection you have to this person. Okay, but we have romantic night, so you know what I mean? Anyway, Queen of Wands could be like a black cat energy. Like, stay away. You spook people sometimes. Or your energy just gives, leave me alone, stay away. Because when people get too close, you feel too deeply. You don't want everyone's emotions to be affecting you, okay? So anything else coming through? Please, Spirit, this is going to be just like anything, random stuff. When it comes to you, this connection, this person, how they think about you, whatever. The connection you have together. We have innovation. Your creativity and innovation are shining in your work. You are thinking outside the box and bringing fresh perspectives and solutions. This person likes your innovation, your innovative ideas, your vision for the future. You have trust. You're very trustworthy. You have trust in your relationship. It's rock solid. No matter what challenges arise, the trust provides a foundation for growth. So they could like the growth you've had when it comes to trust and the connection. If that's not something that was always there, especially with the Seven of Swords. Here we have decisions. You are at a critical decision point in your life. Making a clear and confident choice will lead to positive outcomes. Anything else? The decisions you've made for your life is also something that they really like. Can you move? Stop messing up my blasted bread. So annoying. Ugh. We have a breakthrough. Interesting. This is the first time I've gotten this card. A major career breakthrough is on the horizon. The period of stagnation is ending and new opportunities and achievements are coming. Ooh, very interesting. And then we have expectations. Ooh. Unrealistic expectations may lead to disappointment. The gap between reality and your ideals feels overwhelming. That's that Nine of Swords energy coming through. Maybe sometimes you're not sure if you're ever going to get what you want, but you keep fighting anyway. And that's an admirable trait, group 2. Sometimes your expectations are quite great. At the bottom, we have emotional healing. You are healing from past emotional wounds, rediscovering your capacity for love and self-compassion. You could be rediscovering your capacity for love and self-compassion with this person, right? You know what secret help just now gave me when I looked at it again? It's giving me how this person could be helping you find love or helping you like open up when it comes to love, because oh my god, secret help had me thinking about Bridgerton season 3, where Colin agrees to help Penelope find the love of her life or find a suitor by secretly helping her, because it would be untoward if everyone were to know that he was helping her in private, because he's a man, an eligible bachelor, and all that BS that was happening back in those days, right? But secret help just gave me a little glimpse of that season of Bridgerton. So that could be something this person's helping you, trying to find a partner or helping you become like a woman that people want or something, whatever was the thing. Penelope was fine just the way she was, child. But that was just the in that she needed essentially for Colin to really see her. If they never would have like, I guess, conspired to do that, I don't think they would have fallen in love, or he would have realized that she was the one he was looking for all along, kind of thing. So look at that, look at God, okay? This may be someone, just a friend, or you could be romantically linked to them and they're kind of helping you open up emotionally, and that's something they're thinking of or telling people or discussing, or that's how they describe you, kind of like a flower that was closed off that kind of bloomed. Because when I'm thinking about a Queen of Cups, yeah, she's sensitive, yeah, she's emotional, but sometimes she can be a little shy. She would be my shy queen. All the rest of the queens aren't so shy. You know, the Queen of Swords, very outspoken, very brash, very honest, very cutthroat, very serious. Then we have the Queen of Wands, who's the opposite of the Queen of Cups in every way. She's very confident, very bold, very bossy, very creative, okay? Very demanding, okay? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. She's another shy queen, but she's like, no, she's quietly confident. She's not as bold as the Queen of Pentacles, but she knows her worth and all that. The Queen of Cups is someone who's kind of like still, you know, wading the waters of emotions and love and, you know, trying to figure things out. She's very intuitive, very sensitive, all that kind of stuff. But it takes a little longer to kind of know people's intentions, I guess you could say, because you could feel a certain kind of way about someone, but then you feel sorry for them. They kind of take advantage of your emotions. This person could be teaching you that what you see is what you get. What someone says to you is how they feel. Do not sit there and say, oh, but this and oh, but that. Stop feeling sorry for these waste people out here. And that could be what this person is teaching you, you know, or like talking about you. Like she's learning this, she's learning that, how they would describe you, like a little, you know, flower that's been blooming. You've grown since you've known this person, kind of energies was coming through. Your soul is more confident than you used to be. You know, you were always someone who was sensitive and caring and nurturing. Now you're being someone who is like outspoken and bold, and you take what you want. You don't just ask for it, you demand it. You know, kind of energy. This is really feel, I like this for y'all, honestly. Whoever this person is, they see you in a very positive light. I like that. I like that for y'all. Okay? But I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. If you want to join the memberships, you can do that using the link in the description box below, right above the timestamps. But I do hope you guys are having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. So today's reading is going to be based on how would your person of interest, whoever you choose to watch this reading for, whoever you're curious to know about, how would they describe you? Okay. So, and then towards the end of the reading, when we're done getting how they would describe you, we're going to get into what do they like the most about you, right? So if that sounds like a cup of tea, then stick around. I just felt the need to like flip my hair because she's like very bouncy and I love that for her. So they could like your hair. Or they would say you like to flip your hair. Maybe you do the Galinda toss energy, right? But let's get into the cards. Okay. You're someone who likes to take your time, as well as what I just heard. That could be on your looks, on your hair, on just life in general. You know, you're not someone who wants to rush things. You know, I'm hearing perfection takes time. It takes time to look this good kind of energy. So immediately you're coming through as like Empress. That's not cute. Okay. Let's get into it. Please Spirit tap into the energy of my group threes and how their person of interest describe them as a gift. They will describe you as a gift. A gift to humanity is what I just heard. Okay. So please Spirit, how will their person describe my group threes? What is the card saying? We have the Hierophant. Okay, it's group 2 coming through here. And then we have the 4 Pentacles. These exact 2 cards came out of group 1 and group 2. I can't remember which. I took a break after doing the first 2. Okay, so someone who's very sophisticated, someone who's very mature, someone who's very grounded, someone who naturally embodies the energy of a leader, or someone who you would want to follow, right? I just saw 202, so someone you would want to follow to the ends of the earth is what I just heard as well. You're someone who's very, I don't know, like, sage is the word I keep hearing, you know, someone who you shine really brightly. You're someone who's very kind. You care about people actively. You could have nice curly hair. Like her hair is like calling out to me in this card. This card came out in group 2 and her hair wasn't calling to me. You have really nice hair. Her hair is naturally curly coming through here. So your hair could be naturally curly and it looks really pretty whether you're wearing it curly or not. Okay, and look, we have these people bowing down to her, so like you're giving that's the kind of energy I was trying to describe, and I really couldn't. It's kind of like goddess energy, right? I just want to praise the you. Oh my gosh, my grandma's Christian songs coming through, please. Yeah, they just want to praise you. You come off as someone who's like very reserved. You're not really, I don't want to say a people person. I do believe you can be a people person when you're ready, but it's kind of like there's this distance between you and everyone else, like a pedestal there. That's the perfect word, because here literally in the card, she's kind of on her pedestal, and then we have the 2 people down here like asking her like what they want to say, what to do next, right? So you're kind of like counsel, sage counsel for people. This is definitely giving me, sorry, please, I can't talk. This is definitely giving me someone who's like very highly spiritual. You're kind of like an expert in some kind of way. Like if you are spiritual, you're an expert at what you do. You're really good at what you do, and people come to you to seek counsel. Literally, they're sitting here asking this person like, what should I do, right? It's kind of giving me confession in Catholic churches. I didn't grow up Catholic, so I know almost nothing about the religion except from what I know through people who are Catholic. But basically, you have to do confess, what I've read in books as well. So you could be someone who likes to read books and you kind of teach people. It's like giving a teacher, instructor, mentor, guide, like spirit guide in a way, but you're a spirit guide in human form. You know, you're not obviously a spirit because you're here and living and breathing and flesh and bone, but it's like you're giving spirit guide to the earth. I'm hearing lost souls on earth. That's powerful. Wow. Some of you could be connected to Persephone in some kind of way. That just came through really weirdly. Okay. Anyway, we have the Hierophant. Yeah, you're someone who people come to and they trust, right? It's like a trusted adult or advisor or confidant. That's how this person would describe you. I don't know, there's something about the Hierophant. We're going to keep going. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Yeah. Someone who's very composed. This was a very heavy energy for group 1. So somebody here could be watching all 3 groups. Love that for you. You've got 3 people you want to know about her. Okay, maybe you like to wear big gowns and dresses. Could be a thing coming through as well. You like to dress up, you know, a lot of gold, a lot of black maybe. I'm hearing neutral colors. Could be a thing as well. The way she's, okay, in both these cards, funnily enough, they have something on their head. So maybe you guys like wear things on your head as well. You have 10 of Swords. Interesting. We're gonna wait for clarify to that card. There's something here about energy, like you having a ever flowing like well of energy. And I wish that truck would shut up, whatever it is. Right, make all that noise in the background, please. I'm so sorry, guys. This is why I need to live somewhere in the forest where there's no noises. Little noises just piss me off. And here it goes again. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's like there's something about an ever flow of energy. They never run out of energy, or they never feel like you're gonna backstab them or betray them. It's kind of like you're representing safety, a safe zone, right? So it's like, how can I even describe it? You know, like in war, there's places that are like neutral to fighting and things like that. That's the kind of energy you're representing, which is probably why you are coming through as someone like a goddess or deity, because no matter someone's background or race or beliefs, how they look, whatever, you are accepting of them, kind of thing. That's what a priest literally has to do. He is working with people of all sorts of religions and backgrounds and beliefs, right? But he's supposed to welcome everyone. Even if you come into a church, you're not a Catholic, the priest is supposed to welcome you and like give you some kind of healing or advice or something, right? Or just give you a welcoming kind of energy. The 10 of Swords in reverse is giving me, they never feel depleted, they never feel taken from, they never feel dry, or tired or weak around you. They always feel strong, because you could be someone who like builds people up with your words or something like that. But you know how people feel drained in society when you're just always around so many people, or even just one person in general. They never feel that way with you. They could be with you forever and ever and ever, day in and day out, and they never feel drained. You know, it's kind of like you're a compact generator where the energy is always there. Even if the electricity goes out, you're still there giving them light, you know, giving them positivity, giving them confidence, you know, I'm hearing batteries in their back. No, honestly, literally, like that's like a phrase used to say, oh, you have batteries in your back. You know, you think you know, all powered up and juiced up and, you know, but in this instance, it's giving me, you keep batteries in their back to keep them going. So you literally are the batteries in their back. Okay. Okay. I hope that makes sense to somebody. But it's like you are giving me that really strong, like primordial being energy coming through here. You have the Fool. Okay. And you're also energetic AF. Okay, you're also positive AF, adventurous AF, powerful. It's kind of like they feel unworthy in a kind of way. That's the way like they look up to you, revere you, is the word coming through. Because I keep looking at the Hierophant. I'm like, how can I don't want to move on from her. I'm like, how can I continuously describe her? Like you're someone who's put together, someone who's regal. It's kind of like giving queen on her throne, right? She's taking care of the whole kingdom loves her, right? She is the heart of the kingdom. The king may be the ruling hand and the head. He's coming up with battle strategies, but she's the one who makes sure everyone is okay. She sits there, she looks pretty, she provides heirs, like the mother, literally the divine mother kind of energy, you know? Okay, Taurus energy is the Hierophant as well, so you could definitely be someone who loves your creature comforts. You like to buy things, you like clothes, you like shoes, you like shopping, you like hair products, you like extravagant clothes and things, especially the way she's dressed, and especially the way she's dressed as well. You're someone who always has like this positive, uplifting kind of energy towards people, and even animals love you as well. I'm getting, anytime I see the Fool, I'm getting this person is like my viewer, and this dog here is the person or the object of their affections, or someone in their life, right? Because we have this dog who's literally like not even nipping at her toes. He is hopping up to get into her presence, to like get like her, be on her exact level. You know what I mean? And it's not in a way where I feel lesser than. It's in a way where they feel grateful to even like be there with you. You know what I mean? You make them feel like they could do anything, that I just heard as well. So let's keep going. Please, Spirit, how would their person of interest describe them? And it's funny because I just got an email from these spam people who are always emailing me. And it's like guardians and like destiny. So you're like a guardian for them, is kind of vibe coming through. And they can consider you a part of their destiny, right? Here we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I do believe you give more like a laid back, chill vibe as well with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I think your work is important to you, but not at the like I'm hearing the behest, but I'm like, that's like a crazy word to use. Maybe you use big words. They're kind of like, huh, we can't understand you. Or they're kind of like, look at you, so educated and smart. You read, huh? Anyway, I'm hearing med school. Some of you could be in medical school. That's a nickname that was given to Mel on The Game, if y'all know about that show. Med school, right? But yeah, it's like the Eight of Pentacles, not at the detriment to yourself or your health or your, relaxation mode. It's kind of like you just take everything with a grain of salt. People don't ever see you get out of sorts or loud or cuss in, or, you always seem to be in control of everything and everyone around you kind of energy. Because we did get the King of Cups somewhere here, right? And Judgment energy is always like a big hoopla, big awakening, you know what I mean? But it's like, instead of it being loud and chaotic, you're more so soft and like demure, cutesy. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so you're definitely someone who's quite attractive. It's kind of like people can't not look at you. They can't look away, is what I meant to say. With the Queen of Wands coming out to clarify the Hierophant, they can't look away. There's just something about you that like draws them in, and they're telling people, oh my gosh, this person just has this aura, this energy, this light inside of them, and I just can't look away. Like, they're magnificent, It's kind of like how people, or in the Bible, God would say people can't look upon him because he's like this person who is like not the human eye can't even see or tolerate, you know what I mean? It's also kind of giving me in Supernatural how, what is it called? The people in the show, the humans, could not see the angels in their true form, They would always like allude to the wings and allude to their true form, but they would never truly show it, because whoever made the show, he made it so that angels cannot be viewed upon or looked upon with the human eye, or else like their retinas would be burned. I remember when when Castiel first popped up on the scene, right? And he was trying to get in contact with Dean, and he couldn't because, or was it Sam? I think it was Dean. I'm pretty sure it was Dean. Yeah, Dean met Castiel first, because he was a chosen one for whatever reason to embody Archangel Michael. I think it is. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Maybe you could be that kind of person, the angel on earth, and you can't even behold her eyes. We can't even behold her beauty, Anyway, that's what I was saying. When Dean first came back to life in season whichever, because I'm on season 15 now. It's a lot. I've been watching that show for a while. I'm a diehard fan now. Like, nobody can tell me Nathan. Okay, anyway. Focus. When he first introduced Castiel, when they first introduced Castiel into the show, Dean would always hear this screeching, and he couldn't even bear the screeching. And then when Castiel kind of I guess took a human form and came to visit him as a human, that's when Dean was like, oh, so you were the one who was trying to contact me. And he was like, yeah, I was trying to talk to you, but you couldn't hear me. And I guess only prophets in the show could hear angels. So if you weren't a prophet, you couldn't hear him. But he's like, I've been trying to get in contact with you. And Dean was like, all I've been hearing is screeching. You've been making my ears bleed, dude. I haven't been hearing nothing you've been trying to say. And that's why Castiel had to go and possess a human, right? So you could be like an angel, earth angel kind of energy. You were possessed by an angel. This person thinks so anyway. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Kind of like an energy like Aphrodite, like a spiritual Aphrodite, or an Aphrodite is spiritual, right? The Queen of Wands, I wouldn't say she's very spiritual, but you are coming through with someone who's like a spiritual baddie, right? There's a sageness to you, a calmness to you, a groundedness to you, but you're also a baddie as well. So it's you're not showing it off. You're not just using your looks to get ahead. Like some people do, not that there's anything wrong with that, but like just like a spiritual air to you that people like have to like be quiet and like pay their respects and not talk too loud around you kind of energy, you know what I mean? Not come about their character, because they could be a little scared you'll do something to them, but it's also respect. This person that's coming through anyway, whoever you're watching for, has like a reverence or respect. Don't talk too loud, especially in churches. Like they want to light candles and pray to you kind of energy, right? It's giving the connection between Dean and Castiel, how in times of like grief and trouble and pain that Dean would be praying to Castiel. And we never knew until he like would say it or like would ask Castiel out loud sometimes. Because Dean, Mr. I don't believe in God or angels, praying to Castiel. I see why y'all ship them now. I was like, when I first started the show, I'm like, and looking up stuff while I'm watching the show, I'm like, Castiel and Dean, I don't see it. I see it. I see it now, okay? And I'm shipping them too, but I'm mad that I realize they don't end up together, obviously, because Dean likes women, but still, I'm like, it would have been nice. You know, I still haven't got to the end. I don't know what happens to Dean. I know Sam, like, has, like, a happy ending or whatever, but I don't know what happens to Dean. And if he dies, it's fine. Anyway, yeah. You could be someone who likes talking about supernatural things, and that's why there's like this sense of you're not of this world kind of energy, you know what I mean? Or you talk about spiritual things, and they're kind of like, what do you mean this, and what do you mean that, and what do you mean, you know what I mean? I said a whole lot of nothing, and they said, you know what I mean, right? That's basically how they feel sometimes, though, honestly. The messages are coming through crazy like today for this group, but they're kind of like, you're saying a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then like asking them, you know what I mean? And they're like, sure. I know what you mean. But yeah, there's an energy here of like the Dean and Castiel kind of connection, an angel and a mortal. And the angel ends up falling in love with the mortal. I don't know who you are in this dynamic. Maybe you're the human, maybe you're the Castiel, whatever. But angels come down to earth and he ends up falling in love with the human race. And in most likely Dean, right? Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Four of Cups clarifying the Four of Pentacles, which is hilarious. And we also have the Four of Swords coming through here, but it came out in reverse. Okay, Four of Pentacles, conservative, maybe you're a little bit frugal, very grounded, because you see how this person's, all their extremities, even their head, is touching a coin, which is earth, grounding. Maybe you're someone who's also quite abundant, like to save your money as well. I am getting some, the Taurus likes your things, so you have no problem spending a pretty penny on things, but you're not frivolous with your money is the thing that's coming through. You may have it, love to spend it, but you're not just like throwing it away, you know? You're very mindful, okay? Very mindful, very demure. Literally, you are, right? I'm like getting like, one of the classic beauties, like I was like that came through in a reading over on TikTok the other day, like the Grace Kellys, the Audrey Hepburns, right? Like they have like a very natural beauty to them, very regal. They seem like very composed, you know what I mean? Untouchable vibes, right? Princesses, queens, people who are like higher up than mere just regular people, you know? But they're human, but they're like a little disconnect. Like you're better than us in some kind of way. That's how this person is describing you. Like they're human, but there's like an aura to them that gives like old soul or primordial being or someone who's just not of this earth, right? So some of you could resonate as like star seeds, stuff like that. But yeah, Four of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Ten of Swords in reverse. Very interesting. I'm hearing wired for whatever reason. This person could feel wired around you. Like, yeah, they feel no worry, no pain, no depletion, but they also aren't like as mellow as they would like to be, because there's always like a awareness is what I'm hearing. There's always an awareness of you around. You kind of like make them jittery and nervous. You know, the opposite of someone who's calm and peaceful and resting. They feel like awake and they don't want to miss a moment, you know? And I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to close my eyes. That can be this them coming through. Listen to them. Listen to them pour their heart out to you. Listen to them pour their heart out to you. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. So even when they're with you, they feel calm. They don't feel like, you know, they don't feel weary or anything like that. But they still don't want to go to sleep. They don't want to miss a little moment with you, right? Oh, this person is the cutest thing ever. They like you. Whether it's like platonic or love or romantic, it don't matter, okay? Four of Cups is this disconnect here. You may not realize how much people want you because you're always so to yourself energy. But the Four of Cups is like an offer being placed, and you're like, no, I'm good. This is them wanting to offer, like put an offer at your altar, and you're not realizing that. So you don't realize how much this person cares about you and how much they put you on this pedestal energy. Yeah, that's what's coming through here. Let's keep shuffling. Like, I just want to like sit here and be quiet. You could like your quiet as well. Okay, please, Spirit, what would their person of interest say about them? How would they describe them? Nine of Cups, wish come true. Look at that. I'm hearing, when you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. When you wish upon a star. Do you have a star energy to you? Star-like presence. It is kind of giving celebrity, how some celebrities and kings and queens and people like that in our society feel like they're so high above us. That's the energy you're coming through as. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're very patient, very hardworking. The Seven of Pentacles is something taking a little minute to come in. So you're invested in something. We have 10 of Wands, and then we have the 8 of Swords. Interesting. Sometimes there is an energy here of you being blind to maybe how much they care. Is the vibe that I'm getting here with the 10 of Wands. Because maybe you carry a lot very well, or I'm not getting that you have, maybe, you know, some people are not all perfect. So maybe you are coming through with someone who's a little bit anxious and carries a lot more than you should. You don't trust people to, you know, carry any of the burdens for you. You know what I mean? You're a very free spirit. You know, you don't like to stay in one place for long, or you don't like to depend on people too much, right? You don't ever want to become codependent. Maybe you have in the past, and that kind of like taught you a lesson to kind of, you can only depend on yourself. And that's kind of keeping you blind to just how much this person would be willing to carry and do for you, right? You have a problem asking for help. That's the energy coming through here with these cards. I'm like, what's the message? Because this person's like, I'll carry all these wands. Don't push me off, right? And you're just kind of like blind to it. You're not seeing how much they would do to you, how much they would carry, the lengths they would go. Oh my. So you have a hard time asking for help. That's the energy coming through here for y'all, okay? We'll put those over there. There was something. Yes, I want to pull from the Literary Oracle to see what characters you would get. You could definitely sometimes be blind to how certain people feel for you emotionally. Or maybe you just have a hard time showing emotion, showing vulnerability. Shoot. I don't know what it is about you, but I just want to be really quiet. I don't want to make any noise. I don't want to disturb you. It could be because I'm by myself for your reading, or maybe not, because for group 1 or group 2, people were still in the office. For you guys, I'm here by myself. So it's kind of like there's quiet. I don't want to make too much noise. You know what I mean? Bring out the boogeyman. Maybe you turn to someone like a boogeyman. You have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you turn into a bit of a boogeyman when people make too much noise. I swear, yeah, that was me. Because I think I'm always like complaining in every reading. But this is the reading where it was like annoying me because I'm here in the office by myself. So there's not other background noises. It's like just pure quiet. So when I hear like trucks and people, and it just annoys me. So that could definitely be a thing. You could have like sensory, which could definitely be a thing as well. With the 8 of Swords, you kind of keep yourself locked away from everyone else because you have sensory overload sometimes, right? You have amazing hair. The Queen of Wands, which is Leo energy, coming out to clarify the Hierophant. You have great hair. I don't know how you wear it. I don't care how you wear it. This person thinks you have amazing hair. They could like touching it, playing in it, looking at it, seeing it in all kinds of states, whether it's short, whether it's long, whether it's curly, whether it's straight. I'll take this card. We have the Lovers. And then we have the End, Lear. You know, I'm going to have to shuffle something. Don't piss me off. I like shuffling. You guys either hate ASMR or you love it. It's the energy I just heard as well. So I'm like, I love the energy of like shuffling, but when I'm doing it in real life, when I hear it through headphones, it upsets me. So it's like you either like ASMR or you hate it. Okay, one card. This is one card. We have passion. Ooh, Joe March. I love that for you. And funnily enough, I was talking about you not knowing or caring for or accepting love from people with the Four of Cups here and the Four of Pentacles. It's kind of like I'm in my own little bunker and by myself. Leave me alone. I'm not interested in whatever love you have to give me. It could be a thing. This person may want to give you love. And you don't want to accept it. But basically, that's Joe March. She just wants to read. She wants to follow her passion. She has dreams she wants to fulfill. And literally, I like adventure, and I'm going to find some. The Fool energy here. You are on an adventure to like follow your dreams and get everything you could want in this world. You're giving me group 2. So some of you are from group 2, that one little aspect. Of course, you have many people in the collective who want to follow their dreams, but you're doing it in a way where you're just being free and seeing where the wind takes you. You want to experience everything. There's nothing in this world that you want to not experience. Now you're giving me Castiel again, where he was an angel who had only experienced heaven, and it wasn't until he inhabited this vessel and started like, you know, going through all his ups and downs in the show that he was really like hip or aware of the human experience and what they had to go through. And that's why he was like such a human lover, as they called him, because he was there right in the thick of it with them, seeing what they went through. The other angels in heaven didn't see nothing of what humans went through. They didn't see their suffering, their happiness, their pain, their turmoil, their enjoyment, their passion. And then they would all just be like, oh gosh, still, why do you care so much about these dirty humans? And he's like, because first of all, they're our Father's creation. Thank you. Don't, not too much. And second of all, I've been on the road with Dean and Sam. I've seen what they've done to help humans. I've been around humans just period. You know what I mean? And there's like, they're not all bad, okay? So it's giving me that. You just want to explore everything and taste everything and see everything. And you're just giving me him experiencing everything for the first time. Food, sex, in the show. Like you just want, like you can be a bit of a hedonist with this Taurus energy coming through. You like your stuff. Like I said, future comforts. You like adventure and traveling. Okay, that's all I wanted. One more card. We have the Explorer, Gulliver. Yeah, we have passion. We have the Explorer. And we have the Lovers. This is beautiful. Wow. Okay, group 3. Your person really likes you. They could think of you as like their perfect pair, their perfect match. Because you have 11 coming through and it's giving me like 11-11. Or 1 and 1. You know what I mean? And it could definitely be unreciprocated or unrequited. There, that's better. Unreciprocated is a little bit more difficult than just saying unrequited. And it's giving that guy in the movie or show, book, whatever, that loved Joe for the longest time and like loved everything about her, but she was just like, I'm not interested in love or marriage, right? You can be that kind of person. It's kind of reminding me of how I was on Instagram and there's this one lady. I've posted her post here on my page a lot of times, I should say. And her name was like 𝐓𝐴𝐴M, I think her name is. I can't remember if that's exactly accurate, but I remember how she posted a post like a few weeks ago, or like a week or two ago, and I had saw it and I'm like, she says historically that priestesses were celibate. They weren't able to, not even celibate, abstinent. They weren't allowed to be with men while they were practicing their spiritual duties. They would live away from men. If they wouldn't, I don't know if she said they weren't allowed to be with men at all, or they were just perpetually single, or while they were in their, I guess, spiritual, you know, mojo, they weren't allowed to be with men because men kind of corrupt the physical form and corrupt your connection to spirit. And I'm like, that tracks. Right. Anyway, they need to be on their own, by themselves, within themselves, in their own body. And she's like, they were single. They never married, I guess is what she said. They never married. And I'm like, you know what? When I made this channel and decided to call myself the Pleiadian Priestess, I never put any thought into the life of priestesses. I just said, PP sounds cute. I wanted to catch a cute name that rolls off the tongue. You know what I mean? And I didn't put much like serious thought into the name. And I'm just like, I'm making this channel. I want it to be cute, want it to be flirty, want it to be different. I want you to see this and be like, who's that? What kind of name is that? What kind of person is that? You know? And I'm like, I unknowingly kind of gave myself this perpetually single for the rest of my life. I'm never going to get married kind of energy by calling myself the priestess. And I didn't realize it at the time, but now I'm learning how priestesses are meant to be unmarried women. And I'm like, did I just give myself a curse? Like, did I give myself the red A, the scarlet letter A on my forehead? Like, stay away from her. She's no good. And it's kind of, it's not even that she's no good, it's just that she's so high and so close to spirit. That can be how you feel sometimes, but people are seeing you as this ideal, but maybe they're not enough for you, because we have the Four of Cups where it's kind of like you're very, very, very picky. So you're going to be forever single because you're picky, right? But that just came into my mind, how she posted that priestesses were historically known for never getting married because you don't desecrate your body with these dusty men out here. It's basically what she kind of said in the a summary of what she said, right? And I'm like, you know what, it's so interesting. I never really thought about that when I was choosing my name, and now I'm kind of like, ooh, is this a self-fulfilling prophecy? But yeah. Here we have passion coming through again, understanding and affection. So you're very good at, like I said, making people feel welcome, loved, or this person in general. Here we have, in a shared love, there are many things. A mutual foolishness with a fool. This person could be themselves with you. You're very silly and goofy, I feel like. A mutual loyalty, a mutual kindness. Love is a form of belief and a deep sense of trust. The Lover's card asks you to seek those who embody trust, to find the trust and faith in yourself, and to accept the mystery of taking steps into the unknown. Now, the Lovers is Darcy and Elizabeth, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Darcy and Elizabeth's love story is a dance of opportunities, where pride and prejudice stand as barriers to their true connection. This person's pride could be keeping them out of your life if you're watching for someone that's not in your life anymore. Talk like I'm talking gibberish. I apologize, guys. Some of you guys could not talk gibberish, but talk different languages. There could be a language barrier, a culture barrier here. You know what I mean? Or maybe some of you do speak to like different beings in different universes, and have to like, there's something here about language. Anywho, though misunderstandings and revelations, or through misunderstandings and revelations, they each undergo a subtle alchemy, transforming their judgments into mutual respect and love. Their union reflects the deeper truth that love requires both vulnerability and growth. Interesting. And the quote is, they walked on without knowing in what direction. There was too much to be thought and felt and said for attention to any other objects. And that's kind of what I was saying here about this person, like revering you. You're their person, right? They would not want to be with anyone else but you, okay? Not me, not Hermione. Let me stop. Child, I know y'all sick of me. And that's fine. I'll be sick of myself sometimes too. Anywho, we have passion coming through here, and it says perseverance, ingenuity, and desire. Passion can be, as Shakespeare said, all sound and fury, or something more genuine and lasting. Passion, informed by vision and humanity, can change into life. Can change the world. There it is. On a smaller scale, infusing passion into life is an everyday practice, a ritual of reminding yourself what your heart desires. Oh boy. So, Jo March, Little Woman, Louisa May Alcott. Jo's fierce passion for writing and her determination to carve her own path mark her as a seeker of personal truth. Her creative fire burns brightly, driving her to challenge the traditional roles expected of women. Jo's journey is one of embracing her inner calling, showing that passion and purpose are the keys to a fulfilled life. And the quote says, I want to do something splendid before I go into my castle. Something heroic or wonderful that won't be forgotten after I'm dead. So you want to leave a mark. And I do believe you're well on the way to leaving a mark. And then 11 is, drumroll please, Gulliver, the explorer. Discovery, perspective, and adventure. So Gulliver's Travels, Jonathan Swift. Gulliver's journeys take him to strange lands that challenge his perceptions of reality and humanity. Each voyage reveals hidden truths about society, power, and the human condition. As he navigates lands both grand and small, his travels reflect the inner search for meaning and the transformative nature of discovery. The quote is, undoubtedly philosophers are in the right when they tell us that nothing is great or little otherwise than by comparison. Interesting. Yeah, so you're one of one, right? And I'm hearing Alien Superstar by Beyonce coming through. So let's kind of hurry this up. This is going way longer than every other reading, but I'll be like, I gotta be very specific. We have confession of love, say I love you. Yeah, this person wants to tell you that. They believe that you're like their perfect lover, their perfect person. And so far, this has come on every blasted reading. What do you want, Capulet? Leave us alone. Fatherly love, controlling dogmatism. Okay, they can see you as someone who's controlling. Or maybe they want to control you. Who knows? Okay, anyway. What they describe, how they describe you. What do they describe you as? We have kiss. Ooh, this is giving passionate lover who just loves you. They're in love with you. Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon. Past the infatuation phase. Anyway, we have the sublimation of love, eternal loyalty, and noble sacrifice. So you could definitely be someone who like they consider a noble sacrifice, or you're someone who's noble. Actually, that kept coming through. Like you're not of regular society. You're someone who's more. I'm hearing so much more. Y'all seen 50 Shades of Grey? Where Anna's like begging Christian for more. She wants more romance, more hearts and flowers. And then he takes her on this like plane ride, and he's asking her like while they're flipping through the air, is this more? And she's like, so much more. Like I'm seeing that scene in my mind. So it's like you are just so much more than they can imagine. Like they're flying through the sky, doing flips and tussles and spins. And I love how Christian was able to really do anything, or willing to do anything to earn that girl's love. And I just can't. This person is making me emotional, and I hate that for me. Stop it. Okay, if you're with these persons, stop it. Like they're willing to do anything, go to the ends of the earth, like I said with the Fool card. Like it's so yuck to me, because please. Anyway, we have a dark deal, wrong decision, incorrect direction. I'm getting the vibe this is someone who you may have walked away from, or they walked away from you, and now they're kind of kicking themselves. Because we have so much good energy. This one dark energy is kind of like, I made a dumb decision. And here we have the metaphor of love, flirt, seduction. Literally, they have like really deep feelings for you. They're kind of like, what did you do? And then we have determination, courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness, and firmness. Okay, so y'all out here running strict programs. That could be that fatherly love, controlling dogmatism. This person could feel fatherly love towards you, and they're telling people how they made the wrong decision. They went in the wrong direction. Because we have say I love you, then we have kiss, and then we have the metaphor of love. Like this is the Romeo and Juliet inspired deck, but we don't really have, and at the bottom we have fall in love. Stop it. Don't piss me off. Enchanting love, period. Okay? But there's like not many lovey-dovey cards in the deck, right? And these are all of it, right? Not all of them, but there's more in the deck. But these, like the most of them coming out. This person loves to kiss you, okay? I'm hearing first love's kiss, or true love's kiss could be coming through. Love at first sight could be coming through here, because I was flipping through the deck here and it kind of came out. I wonder if it'll happen again. No. Good, I'm in love with you. They consider you their Juliet. Inner strength and independence. This ain't the honeymoon. And then we have Romeo coming out too. Idealistic lover, passion, rashness, quickly changing moods. What? And you see the card falling out. What this card saying? Time to say goodbye, farewell. Yeah, there's a separation here. This person left, you left. And they're kind of like, for those of you watching for a separation, this person like, I made a dumb decision. They're telling their friends, I made a dumb decision. This person, my 9 of Cups. Why would I leave them? I want them back. And I'm not even sure if they want me back. I bleeped up. Okay, let's get into what they love the most about you. This reading is going to go long. I'm sorry. What's their favorite thing about you, please, Spirit? What is their favorite thing? What they love the most about you? So they have favorite things. This is what they love the most, but I kept saying favorite things. So let's see. Please, Spirit, for my group 3s, what is your person's favorite thing about them? We have King of Swords, your direct communication. You can be funny, witty, intelligent. Banter could be a thing as well. Straightforward, a great teacher. You explain things, a gift coming through again, right? Maybe you're good at giving gifts, getting gifts, buying gifts, right? Anything else coming through? It's kind of like a fresh garden, right? Maybe you smell really good, or you kind of represent spring, eternal spring for this person, what I just heard. So maybe you have like a very floral, fruity, floral perfume that they love. You have Four of Wands, that they're with you, that they were able to be with you, that they were able to marry you for those of you who are married to this person. You gave them a gift by just staying, you know? You are the person who made this garden bloom and blossom. Along with your honesty, your truth, and your penchant for justice. They like that as well. The way you stick up people, you're no nonsense. You don't take anyone's BS. You can be a little cutthroat. Sometimes a little emotion, like you turn off your emotions. Not saying you don't feel anything, you do, but it's like I said, sometimes you need that quiet. Okay, their favorite things about my group threes, please. What they love most about them. That they feel connected to you. Like it's giving a little bit twin flame soulmates kind of energy if you're not married to this person, because Four of Wands represents a lot of different things. How they feel like so like exuberant around you, happy, excited, like there's endless possibilities, anything can happen, anything is possible. I just heard, please. We have Two of Cups. Yeah, the love they have for you, the love you have for each other. These are both two soulmate cards coming through. I'm not sure what to tell y'all. This person loves the love they have for you. The Seven of Wands. Interesting. That is you defending others, or this person wants to protect you. But the boundaries you keep, how you like know your worth, and you're not willing to like, how can I describe it? You're not willing to falter when it comes to what you want and what you deserve and what you know you deserve. Especially if this is someone who had to fight to be with you and earn you. For those of you who are together with your person, if you're not with your person, this person knows you're gonna have to fight for you, and that's what they love, because you kept your boundaries firm, right? And like I said over here, what you're not realizing is how far they would go for you, how much they would carry for you. Okay, anything else coming through? Their favorite things about them. The ideas you bring, the abundance you bring to their life, the luck is what I just heard as well. Anything else coming through for my group? Please, their favorite thing about them. Please, Spirit, or what they love most. I don't know. They have favorite things. I keep saying that. What I wrote down on the paper is what they love most. Not even love. I keep saying love too. What do they like most about you? So this is definitely giving love, soulmate, all that deep phrase. You know, we have fall in love. We have that. Nothing else? Okay, that's fine. I guess they said all they had to say. One more shuffle through. Okay. You have the Hangman. It's how you go into periods of like quiet, and you kind of come back with information. It's like giving me channeling or meditation, or, you know, talking to spirit, and you're connected to spirit. It's like really, they're in awe of it. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So your love, the love you give them, the love you show others. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, it's like gifts from God. So they're grateful that you're in their life. They consider you a gift from God, whatever they believe in, honestly. Okay. So we're going to get some cards from this deck really quickly and see what else is coming through. I'm sure you already know who this person is if you chose a person of interest. But we're just going to get some, I guess, aspects of the connection, or what this person would say, how they feel. That's a lot of cards. Okay. So we have breakthrough. They could have had a recent breakthrough about you, or you helped them find breakthroughs. A major career breakthrough is on the horizon. The period of stagnation is ending, and new opportunities and achievements are coming. We have attraction. Strong attraction binds you and another person together. This connection is both emotional and physical, drawing you closer. Okay. Girl, I'm in love with you. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that song keeps coming through. Ordinary People by John Legend. We have passion. Passion is igniting your relationship, attraction, and excitement. Feel the connection, bring vitality and energy. That song, I think it's, okay, I'm in love with you. You take the honeymoon, past the infatuation phase. So you guys are no longer in the honeymoon phase. So whatever love is long lasting and well fought for, well earned, if you're with your person. Past the infatuation phase. Right in the thick of love. At times we get sick of love. It seems like we argue every day. Okay, so they give me something here about arguing as well. Go listen to the song. This message is there for you. Here you have adventure coming through a freaking again. You are ready to embrace new adventures, stepping out of your comfort zone to explore the unknown with courage and excitement. Okay, and then we have expectations. You hold high hopes and positive expectations for love. You are ready to embrace new emotional experiences with an open heart. So, like I said, for those of you who this is your person, they love the breakthroughs they've experienced with you or the breakthroughs you've had in your connection. If there's been dark moments, if you do not know this person, well, you know them because you're watching for a specific person, but it's like if you're not in union with them right now. They enjoy the passion. There's a lot of attraction here. They're hoping for a breakthrough and for this adventure to continue, and they have expectations. I heard pull some more, okay? So keep going. Anything else wants to come through? Please, Spirit. This person could be having a major career breakthrough in their life, and they're kind of discussing that as well. Or maybe you've recently had a major career breakthrough, and from wherever they can see you, if they're watching you and you post about it, or if they heard about you through the grapevine, they're celebrating you. Here we have security. It sets a sense of stability and security surrounds you. Your life is balanced and you feel grounded and protected. That's that Ace of Pentacles vibe coming through. Anything else, please, Spirit, for your person, for my group 3's person? We have communication, but it came out in reverse. Open and honest communication is flowing between you and others. You express your thoughts and feelings clearly, or miscommunication is causing confusion, unspoken feelings, or misunderstood words are blocking progress in the connection. I feel like the communication is good for you if you guys are good. If it's not, that's something that you guys need to work on. That's also something they're saying about you as well. Anything else coming through, please, Spirit? Anything else coming through for my group 3s and their person? 2 cards. We love that. Wow, we have reconciliation. Yeah, for some of y'all, this person wants to come back in, child. We have your relationships are in harmony. Mutual understanding and respect allow you to experience peace and calm. That's for those of you who are in union and those of you who are not in union, but when you were in union, it was very harmonious, okay? And then here we have reconciliation. Past wounds are healing. You and another person are finding a way to reconcile and move forward with greater understanding. So that's your confirmation there if you want to know they're coming through. And it's going to take some courage, right? You are filled with courage and ready to face any challenge. Confidence and determination on your guiding forces. So this person is trying to gather the courage to come and say something because they just, the way they describe you in this reading is kind of like, what are you doing? I want to say, booty hole. Like, what are you doing, a-hole? Like, why are you not coming and getting my group 3s? Like, don't piss me off, okay? Anyway, I'm sorry if I got a little loud there. I'm getting back into my energy now that the reading is coming to a close. I was trying to be quiet the whole time, but I'm like, nah, don't piss me off. Like, what's the problem here? There's going to be breakthroughs. I'm hearing an adventure begins. The marathon continues, so that could definitely be energy. Like I said, confirmation coming through. This person is trying to find their way back. That's what I have for you guys, though. I hope this reading resonated some kind of way. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We would love to have you. If you want to book a personal reading ever, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. If you want to join the memberships on the channel where you have more creative control over the videos that I post and, you know, what you see, you can always join memberships using my the link in the description box below right above where you usually find the timestamps. But did I say hype the video if you can? I appreciate that as well. Yeah, do all that good stuff. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.